Quarter Ninja presents.
Hello, and welcome to Quarter Ninja's Lair, where we play games, and today we are playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. And as you can see, the garage is actually full, and all of these are cars that we restored in the last few episodes. This is episode 24, and we managed to grind everything until level 50, so we basically unlocked all the skills. Just to repeat, to check it, ups, toolbox. As you can see, everything is unlocked, level 51 already in top right corner, you can check it. We do have 680,000, so I'm now ready to sell all these beautiful cars. Detomaso Pantera, beautiful, amazing, Corvette, one of the most beautiful car I presume ever made. The beautiful, amazing, astonishing Audi Quatro, you know, the game changer at the time when it came out, and I said that multiple times I would rather have this one than any of new cars, and it's actually much more beautiful even if it is just a box car. Again, probably arguably the most beautiful car ever. Jaguar E-Type, this is the carbon version, and the new Porsche Carrera GT. So all of these we restored, and you can check that in a few previous episodes, and now it's time for us to sell them. I'm making basically an Excel sheet where I will put a price of this car, you know, like rounded on a few thousands here or there, just for you to have a clue for how much you can sell them. So let's go. First one, 300,000, done, gone, goodbye. It was nice having you, but you have to move. Also, our goal is to restore and sell 1,000 cars. Can we do that? I don't know. We are going to try. The Jag, as you can see, it's 50, 60k, so let's sell it. We want money at the moment. That's what interests us, and restore cars. Corvette, again, very small amount of money, 30 plus k, but it's okay, 33 points. Something. I just put rounded numbers because it's easier, you know, it's really not important how much. This Detomaso goes for 38,727. And the last but not least is our beautiful Audi, I love it, sell car, 40k, 43k even. So that's about that. Our cars are gone, we have 1.1 million. There's a wheel waiting for some reason. Okay, so what's the gameplay for today? I will first bring two cars that I planned to work on as restoration projects. So let's bring them in. And these are going to be Toyota GT 2000, if I'm not mistaken. This is this Sakura, and AC Cobra, of course, which is here called DC Typhoon. Okay, so these cars are planned to be our projects for today. Let's check our inventory. Do we have body parts? We don't. Do we have any parts that are kind of bad or bad quality? We don't have. We sorted everything, sold everything. I wanted to do cases, but cases we will do some other time. So the game plan also I will do today. I promise that we are going to do that immediately. I'm going to take it storyline order. So let's start with that and see how it goes. Now what we will do, okay, so let's first start things like this. Our tools, you know, check tools, doesn't have computer, so unfortunately we cannot check the car, but we will check it with some other things. When car doesn't have computer, when it's older, you cannot use your computer and you cannot check it. So basically, you see, there are a few things that are not really good. Let's check tires. Although tires, they seem to be perfectly fine, but let's just do it. It's fast and easy. So tires are actually, let's see, good or not. Yes, they are. I was right. Let's see electronics. Our starter, battery and stuff like that, so how that works. I already see quite a huge number of parts that are not good here. You can see they're all rusty. Battery and starter is sick. I knew it exactly what the problems would be. Now this is the most important part of the testing. It's our compression tester, and we will see if our engine is actually working or not. Unfortunately, our engine is gone, and that's very bad news. I really don't like it, but nothing can be done about that. So what we are going to do, I will remove immediately battery. We know battery is not good, and I will just run here and put battery on the charger. Okay, we don't want to waste it. And if we forget to put it on the charger and just sell all the old parts, we will sell also the battery. So at the moment that's that. Now listen, I'm quite sure we cannot move the car like on the testbed or something. Yeah, it's broken. So what I will do, I will move it to our little one. And what is my plan? This is a V8 actually, yes. So my plan is to move engine from the car, okay? Now this is almost going to be a restoration level job, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just do it, and let's be fast and efficient about that. While I'm removing stuff and disassembling and things like that, we will talk about different things. So, you know, you just follow the process, and I think we will be able quite fast to fix that. I already see, you know, issues like here, this fuel pump is gone, etc., etc. So at the moment what we are trying to figure out is how our gearbox looks like, and always in the top left corner you can see the state of the part. I think the gearbox is gone. Same is with all gearbox parts here. And this is storyline order. As I promised, we will do all of them through our gameplay. It will take as much as it will take, doesn't really matter. We want to do it, and why not to do it. Now I think these pipes are okay, they will not be a big issue for us. What I'm going to do, I will send our crane there to little one, and then we are going to see, can we pull the engine out or not? Drain the oil. Yes, it is actually what I need to do immediately, because it's also in the description of the job. When you are doing your restorations, you will not have to do that, but with these kind of jobs you have to do it. So let's drain the oil. Now I'm doing everything pretty fast, because I'm thinking, you know, after 20 something episodes you should be very much familiar with things that are going on here. And if you are not, feel free, you know, either to ask, and I will gladly answer in the comment below. Or you can check my previous episodes. Okay, so engine is here, and we will put engine here in the crane, on our engine, what's the name? Engine stand, actually. And we will leave this for now, okay? Let's concentrate on the engine, because I can see immediately here, all these parts are bad. What we are trying now to accomplish, let's remove, I think, most of the actual engine is basically gone, and we are going to have pretty much not much fun with that, because this is V8 OHV, this is the push rod if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and this one, you know, is quite you know already if you watch my videos, I don't like these because of all these parts. They have to be removed, and that takes quite a bit of time. But in any case, you know, while we are doing this, you can check always top left corner and see what is the condition of the parts, and obviously most of these are gone. While we are doing that, as always, you know, if you like what I'm doing, please like this video, press that like button, or any video, you know, that you like from the series. Also, subscription, as always, it will be very much appreciated, and I'm thanking you in advance. If you subscribe, it's not only a benefit for you, it's also a benefit. Well, that was completely wrong. I should start it in a different way. It's not only a benefit for me, but it's also a benefit for you, because we are both, you know, in this, and you will be able to get the information about subscription and notifications and things like that. And of course I will have a subscription, another member of the channel, which really helps, and again another member of community, which is always great to have. So I'm talking a little bit bollocks, but don't mind me. Sometimes it will happen that I will talk something completely nonsensical, and you know, as English is not my native language, sometimes I will just, you know, do things like that. So all in all, that's only fun, nothing else. Let's see, manifolds are okay, we will just remove them, because we need to remove them to access all other parts. Wires will be fine. Let's remove plugs. Yeah, there is quite a lot of work on this engine, and as you can see, we need to remove engine head, which I'm quite sure is ready to be replaced. Unfortunately, yeah, there is quite a few parts here that are like that. So we spoke about likes, we spoke about subscriptions, and also I mentioned comments, but I will mention them again. Feel free to comment, feel free to say what you think about the series of videos, what would you like to see, what you don't like to, maybe in the videos, or what you think should be removed or added, things like that. Feel free to comment. Also, always I'm asking you, what car do you drive, what car do you like, what car you don't like, and what car would you like to drive in future. And again, let's be realistic, so we are not talking about a car you cannot afford ever, but more about the car you actually can afford and you will be able in, some moment in time. So now at the moment I disassembled most of the things. Look, this is also something that is bad. Unfortunately, we have to come to the engine from here. I didn't check, I cannot see it from here. Let me just... The camshaft, I think it's not good. So we'll have to kind of remove all these things. Look, rod caps, you cannot see are they good or bad actually until you remove them. And most of these I think are okay. I will just try not to... Let me see, this one is gone. I need to kind of remove whatever I think is gone, and these things are gone, most of these pistons. Let us see, this one, let's see. Now you see the issue is this. We need, and we don't have a choice, we have to remove all these components. And I have to do that because what I want to accomplish is this, and this is remove this timing cover, okay? By removing timing cover, I can remove this and this, and finally get access to camshaft. And let's see, did I do it? No, I did it properly because the camshaft was actually gone. This is not good, this is not good. Do we have anything else that is looking like not good? I think more or less we got it all. Let's see. Now the point is, I think if I go to the car, I'm just checking, I don't think we can do it. Yeah, we can see the list of the parts. Something is missing, We have one part that is actually missing, and I will do a brief check here. We know that brake servo is gone, and let me see, yeah, that is that. Okay, so we are actually pretty good, and I'm quite happy because I managed to, kind of find the problems and issues. So let's reassemble the engine and let's rebuild it. I told you, when I have jobs like this, I'm usually not bothering by putting, parts that are new or old or whatever. I'm just putting new parts in, and I don't care actually, especially with these smaller parts, Also, I need to check these rod caps, are they actually all good? We will now check in the part list. So let's first put everything in. This is what I want to accomplish. So, put all pistons in, and then we are checking the list of the parts, and just to be 100% sure that everything is okay. What I want to do is, just give me a moment, let's come here, and do we have these rod caps at all? I know we have rocker arms and stuff, but we don't have... We have one rocker arm. One rocker arm, okay. But rod caps shouldn't be an issue. What I want also to do, just to come here and, let's repair all these things, because I do believe that all of these are okay, 75s. But all below 75s were not okay, so this is why I wanted to repair them. Now, what we are missing here, you can see it down below, and I can access it from here, I think. Camshaft, which is new, perfect, and we can return timing components. And we are going to use original timing components, 75%. no need to spend new parts, you know, why would we do that? There is really no need for that. So let's repair, and I think this job will be finished in 10 more minutes, and I think we are pretty good, you know, time-wise. So that would be one storyline job for today. Last episode, if you watched, you know that we didn't do a storyline job because I kind of felt that I want to try to fix 3 cars, well, to restore 3 cars at the same time, and we managed to do it in 1 hour 49 minutes or so. And these cars we sold today. You probably remember, and you've seen it. We sold at the beginning of the episode all 5 cars that we have got prepared, and that was very nice because we earned quite some nice amount of money. I'm not sure how many parts do we need and do we need them, so bear with me, I'm just going to buy them. Why not? Actually, why not? Flywheel, I know that we need to change new one, and I think the clutch plate was in good condition. Oh, I have so many clutch plates, I shouldn't buy more. Clutch pressure plate was not good, so you see, we have way too many clutch parts, and I will have to stop buying them, but we will do also repairs on orders, because I want to do from time to time some order, so that's okay. I'm putting also new oil filter, which is perfectly fine, and let's turn our engine. So you see, this job is as such only engine job and not much more, so I think if you like to work on engine, this is something, you know, that is really satisfactory and a lot of fun. Everything that is not 75% I'm changing, but you see this 75% go here. And now clips. We have lots of clips, but I think original clips, yeah, as you can see, they are actually working very well, and we are going to use them. No need to put new ones. Now, engine heads. Both of these we repaired, and that is very nice. They were, as you can remember, completely gone. What I'm not sure is spark plugs. Yeah. 75. Now I need to be sure. I will tell you what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about actually going and buying 20 spark plugs, and just what I will do also, CD75, let me see, 175. I'm just going to put all new. I cannot be bothered to think about, you know, spark plugs. Do I need to put new one? Where was that 75? Whatever. I'm just going to change and put new ones in, and that's about it. As I explained before, you will always get more than ample amount of money. So even if you put all new parts in, I think, I didn't calculate that, but I think you are going to be fine and still have a nice profit. So that's something that I believe it's perfectly viable. And you know, if you're not sure, just put a new part and don't bother yourself with thinking what part is missing or not. This one, again, we managed to repair most of these parts, so that's actually pretty nice. Now what we are going to do. Again, all these I don't want even to bother myself to think. All of these are going inside the engine new, and let's see after we do the final repair how much money we earned, and that's about it. You know, did we lose something, did we not? I'm absolutely sure we are not going to lose anything, but we'll see. In the meantime, I will keep putting these parts in. Oh my goodness, it's so annoying, so many of these, but yeah, nothing much can be done about that. We need to be patient and do it, you know, as best as we can. So let's put rocker arms, and then I'm not sure, we had engine head covers. Yeah, the B1 is missing. Head cover, let us see, that was V8 of course, but these are somewhere, these are gray, I know, but this is V8 normal or OHV. Let's see, this is OHV A and B. Okay, this is the B1, and A1 is somewhere up, should be up, this one. So let's buy them, and just to be on the safe side to have these. So engine is coming on nicely. I think we are rebuilding it properly. We are going to need some push rods, and I'm not going to use 75. Why? I explained. We could use these 60 or 75% and they will work probably, but I'm quite sure that for the 100 units that I put in, you know, I can afford to use all new, and I don't need to think what goes where. As I explained multiple times, I do believe game is asking you to put parts on their exact place where they should be. So if you remove the like 30% part from somewhere, you should put 100% there. If you don't put 100 but put 75, it will not accept it, and you don't want to basically bother with that, especially when you have all these little things, you know. And I'm anyway going to sell everything else, and that's that. So we're not losing anything, and we are moving forward. A rocker arm, I got a wrong thing, which we need anyway, but I was just not paying attention. I was looking at something else at the moment. It's perfectly fine. Let's do this, and let's see. Okay, we are pretty much there. We have that to finish, and then looking cover, yeah, I think we are pretty much there. So both covers we didn't manage to repair because they were damaged way too much. Let's see what we are missing yet. We are missing these. So let's see. Very strange that we didn't manage to repair all one car, maybe like this. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm not even sure if that these are the right ones, but I'm going to buy them and hope I didn't make a mistake. I did. One car. Okay. And I didn't read, of course, because this is not the one. This is the one, and this is the one, and this is the one. As always, no one cares about that. You have more things on stock for your next job, so not a problem at all. Let's see, this is it. Now we need manifolds. Both of these were good. Yeah, we can reuse them, no need to change them, so that's perfectly fine. And I'm just looking on this side, another manifold, and that should conclude, I believe, engine. Timing is in, everything else is in. Yeah, we didn't put all the belts, so let's do that. And we have another belt here. We're going to put the 75%, and then fan, which was also perfectly fine. And is that the last one? When we put fuel filter, this should conclude the engine, I would say so. So let's move from here, click on the engine stand and say take the engine, and then engine crate, then say put the engine into the car. You see, not everything is 100%, some things we didn't try, but it shouldn't be a problem because we have seen that we discovered all the things that are not good. Fuel pump, battery, brake servo, perfect, piston with Concord. Now, what happened that is very strange, I changed everything. Yeah, you see, somehow, for some strange reason, one piston was either I didn't see it or something. What can we do actually? It's not a big deal, we will do that fast. I don't even need this, let's remove it. I'm going to go here to kinda try to come here, open the oil pan, we don't have oil in, so not a problem at all, and see what piston actually we are missing. This is 75, this is 100, let us check, this is 100, this is 100, this is 100, this is 75. Oh yes, you see, indeed we did miss one. Okay, let's go to engine bay. I think we can do it from here. It will be perfectly fine, Let's click here on suspension. Let's click on the engine, and then can we do it somehow from here? I think we should be able to do it from here, or we shouldn't actually. Or actually we cannot do that from here. No, we cannot. Unfortunately, I cannot access it from here. Okay. Okay, I cannot access it. I cannot even bother with that. Let's just wait for 2 minutes. It's not a big deal at all. I should do it immediately like that, not just bother myself. Yes, I did miss indeed the part. How? I don't know. I always blame tiredness. You know, this is not my job. I have my job and I have stuff to do. So it's kinda, you know, something when you get tired. Oh my God, this is not possible. Now this becomes the, basically this becomes the very tricky thing. You see, we need to remove all of this to be able to remove this piston. Let me see. Again, the whole head needs to go. It's extremely disappointing. Yeah, very much. I don't think we can remove. Yeah, head needs to go, but we cannot remove head until we remove all these things. Okay, so stupidity wins the day, definitely. And my stupidity for today was really astonishing. I didn't see a part. You know, you cannot call it really stupidity. It's just someone being way too tired, way, and basically doing videos when he or she shouldn't. And that's a good lesson for all of us. Never do videos or stream or whatever when you are tired and simply you cannot function. And that's that. And I actually completely didn't see that. So, you know, it's kinda amazing. I didn't see it at all. And it was in front of my eyes, and yeah. So lesson learned, never do things like that when you are tired, when you are not concentrated enough, etc. You know, it's easy when you are doing it for yourself at home, so even if it happens, who cares? But you know, when you're doing a video, then it's kinda losing 10 minutes of video for nothing. It's very annoying for the viewer, and I do really apologize with all my heart. It is something that should not happen and that I should avoid, but I didn't see it. Simply, I didn't see it. I kinda completely missed it, and that's it. It's not a big deal, as you can imagine. We are going to fix that fast, but again, it takes way too much time, and I really don't think that was the best use of our time. Okay, doesn't really matter. It was what it was. Next time we are going to be actually much more careful and pay more attention to be 100% sure that we didn't do some oversight. You know, and missed something like this. Now, if that was not this pushrod engine with 1 billion little things that you have to put in, everything would be fine, but as it is, we are losing time left and right. Okay, so, you know, as you know, probably already, if you're watching my videos, I did work in a repair shop as manager. You know, I did that for a friend. It's not my vocation, it's not something I do. Well, management kinda is, but you know, repair shop and cars, it's not something that I was kinda trained for. But I did it eventually, and it was a very nice experience, interesting, strange sometimes, you know, some things you don't know, and then you figure out how to do something and stuff. And I learned a lot about the cars. And it's kind of interesting, you know, and if you have opportunity, if you have a friend who has a shop or something, just go there and spend some time. You will have, I believe if you like car, you will have so much fun. You will figure out some things that you didn't know, and maybe, you know, learn a thing or two and do some things. So yeah, it's always interesting. And trust me, even in professional repair shops where people are professionals and doing their job all the time, things like this will happen. you know, sometimes they will also forget some silly thing, and you know, someone will forget to screw something or to put some, I don't know, anything really, something, and you will just bang your head for hours to realize that, for example, spark plug is missing, and no one had idea to check spark plug or something like that. So yeah, it happens from time to time, but yeah, it is what it is. I think now the engine should be okay. Let's take it, put it back into our car, and what I want to see is click here and just check this is okay, this is okay, and this is okay. So let's see, fuel pump, battery, brake, servo, fuel pump, battery, brake, servo. Let's go and take our battery and do brake, servo, and I think fuel pump from below the car. So battery is here, brake servo is here. We don't have brake servo, let's buy one. Let's buy two. That's much better. Okay, can I do this? Let me see, come here, come here. I can do fuel pump, perfect. So that's about that. What else we are missing? We are missing starter and the gearbox, which we are going to put from below the car. I'm not sure what else we have to do. I know that we have to fill the car with oil. Well, we are going to do that, of course. Let's put the gearbox in. We will have a repaired gearbox, so that's very nice. And starter, do we have starter? We don't, of course. Why we would have the starter? So let's buy 3 of these. Because starters, I'm just, you know, kind of wondering before, from what I remember, they didn't, they were not so faulty, but now they are. So yeah, maybe it's just me remembering wrong things. Yep, that's that. Let's see. Parts in, body parts again, repair on or replace, and we need to fill it with oil. So let's just push the car down for a bit. We can immediately put oil in. I think hood was on the list, so I can take off the hood. Let's fill the car with oil. That's one of the jobs we have to do anyway, so here it goes. Yeah, we spent 30 minutes on this. We should spend 20 something. It was my mistake. I do apologize yet again, because it was such an oversight from my side that I even cannot believe. But you know, nothing can be done about that. We move forward. Front bumper, rear bumper. Let's just do that, and I'll show you what I want to do. Let's see. Right headlight and front right fender. Right headlight. Where is the right headlight? It's here. So what I want to do, I want to see, can we actually, maybe we cannot. We can repair these two, but these body parts are, let's see, are not repairable. So bolt reptilia, let's go and buy these parts. So for normal cars, for our normal cars, the parts are here. I think this is the proper, maybe with one. Yeah, okay. So we know there is a front right fender, which is always the second one. There was a hood, front bumper, rear bumper. Where is the rear bumper? Rear bumper, bolt, rear bumper. It's here, and we had one light, and that was a right one. Right headlight. Where is right headlight? It's here. I think I got it all, if I didn't make any glaring mistake. This one, and front bumper, and headlight, yes, and front right fender, and actually last but not least is rear bumper. So this should be it. Let's see, this is all done. Oil is in, replace or repair. Okay, what I said, 10,000 plus 3.6, it's basically 14,000 bonus, and 6.5k was money spent. So, you know, even if you change the new engine and everything, it will be good profit. So we shouldn't be bothered about that. Let's see, finish order, can we? Okay, 209 XP. This is the biggest XP until now I've seen. Okay, perfect. That was that. Then, and we can sell everything that is not or below, etc., and that's it. Now, guys, what is our next order of the business? Let's do one of these cars. I prefer Toyota, but I never was a big fan of Cobras. But let's do Cobra because I'm not such a big fan. It will be a less pressure for me in a way. So let's remove, as always, this is not the part. What we are trying to do, we are trying to remove all body parts that we can, and I'm just looking, did we miss something? Hopefully not. Let's see interior, we can remove this one, and that should be it. Let's see, yeah, we have window here, we have this small window, and I think, is it also here? Yes. So I would hope that we have more or less everything. We can always with C come down and check this. Okie dokie. Let's just do the next step. And next step, as always, is let's go to engine bay. First, let's see what we can remove from engine bay. We are going to take battery. This is also broken and faulty. And here, nothing, I think. Perfect. So battery, you know what we do with battery. Always we put it on the charger because we can, and there will be no reason not to do it. Again, it's not about money so much, it's about the habit and good way to do things. So we are removing wheels immediately. I will remove all 4 of them. Again, I cheated a little bit in a way because I prepared wheels in advance. And I do believe I will have enough shocks at least for one car, so that shouldn't be a problem, so we can speed the process of assembly. And this assembly, well actually this assembly is always as fast as it can go. Okay, what I'm doing now, I'm disassembling whole car, so stay with me, follow that, and let's talk about something, I don't know what. So, what we should talk about, well, let's talk about what I'm doing. Actually, what I was doing, what I'm doing now, it's not really important, but I was manager for international community, manager for a big online game. And I mentioned that every time I travel the world, I visit all the biggest shows in the world, from E3 to Gamescom to Paris Game Show to Moscow, wherever, whatever, I've been there, I met numerous people, I really had a blast, but the time came when I decided that I needed a change of pace, so I'm doing something completely different now, which is, in a way design and yeah, stuff like that. I'm multi-talented, let's say, and I know a load of things and I can do different stuff, so I can switch from one to other, it's not a big deal. Although my vocation is actually management, I'm I have a degree in management, PR, and social medias and stuff like that, and I like that, but still there are some other stuff that I sometimes like more. And I like gaming. When we are talking about history of the gaming, my first computer I got when I was, well, it doesn't really matter how old I was. The first computer I got in 1984, okay? So 1984 was my first computer, and that was ZX Spectrum. Before that, I didn't have the Sinclair like ZX81 or 80, but I used them, and I kind of almost owe them through my good friends and stuff like that. But my first real computer that I put my hands on was ZX Spectrum, and from that moment on, I used practically every single machine that came on the market that was in any way really recognizable. So that means from the Spectrum, I went to Spectrum Plus, then to Amstrad or Schneider, you might remember, who is older. These things, CPC 464 or 646 even, something like that. Then Commodores, all Commodores from 64s, 128. Amigas, I had each and every single Amiga from Amiga 500 to Amiga 1200 and all over to Amiga 4000, the most powerful, most expensive Amiga that was ever made, and that was really a rarity to have one in private ownership because they were so expensive, but I did have one, so I consider myself lucky. Thanks to my great parents and their support, and stuff like that, and my brother, who is also amazing and astonishing computer expert and stuff like that. So yeah, it was interesting journey. And then, I had all these, let's call them Intels or AMDs and stuff like that. Well, I cannot say all of them, of course, but I started from 268, and some of you remember them. Then, 368, the CPUs with coprocessors, mathematical coprocessors, and stuff like that. And yeah, that was kind of very interesting. Let's digress for a second. We are done with that. Let's switch to back and take engine out. And then, until I had that 268, 286, 386, 4, is it 468 or 486? 86, of course. And let me see, where was that lifter 3? 386 or 368, 386. And I had all of these, and now I have actually, which is funny, I have an Intel i7. Cannot remember the exact name of the CPU. It is the older one. It's actually now, I think, 5 years almost. But what is funny with that one, that CPU was actually top of the line. It has 6 cores and things like that. So at that moment, it is 5 something. And I can tell you today, for my needs, that is absolutely astonishing CPU. And don't understand me wrong, I am thinking about getting some of the perfect new AMDs, these Ryzens, and these, there is one, cannot even remember the number, but I know that it's amazing, powerful beast. I'm not talking about the most expensive, these 64 cores or something, but the one below. And actually, I was thinking about changing machine, but I don't really need to do that. It's kind of, I don't know, strange, but it's perfectly sufficient, and I'm doing quite a lot of graphics work, video processing and things like that. And I actually don't have any issue with this machine. Yes, some faster processor would help and it would be faster, but in some way I really don't mind and don't care. It's perfectly great for what I'm doing. So that's it. So my history now, and trust me, I tried practically everything that was on the market, including game consoles. Don't think I didn't try them. I did, of course. Game console stuff like that, from the old Segas, Nintendo, Ataris. I cannot even remember, to be completely and utterly honest. I cannot even remember. There were so many of them. What I didn't have, probably, I don't know, is there PlayStation? Yeah, there is PlayStation now 3, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really play consoles much or at all, so I'm not sure. So I didn't have newest Xboxes and PlayStations, because somehow I don't feel that's for me. I like PCs, well, I like computers. I don't actually much enjoy Macintosh as such, but I do have iPads, and these are astonishing pieces of technology, I have to say. They do for me a lot of things that is really great for my job and stuff. And yeah, so I know computers, I would say. I know a thing or two about that. I know a thing or two about gaming, so I kind of find myself to be very much where I should be. And, I talk about things that I know, I understand, and actually, I'm talking about something I'm competent to talk about. because there is so many people that are doing not this but anything, you know, today internet is such a huge place and stuff. People are doing stuff they don't understand. They're talking about things they don't know, they basically know nothing about, but they're still trying to, you know, sell themselves as a competent, I would say that. So yeah, I think we should all stick to what we are really good, you know, what we can really good, what we can do good, I would say that. And we should stick with that. And you know, if we don't know something, then we should learn, but we shouldn't lecture other people about things we know nothing about. But again, that's my opinion. Maybe your opinion is different. So if it is, let me know in the comments below. It's not a big deal. And you know, we are all allowed to have our own opinions, and that is, you know, normal that we don't think the same. If we would all think the same, we would all be robots and do exactly one thing, and that's, you know, that. In any case, this is a little bit about history while we are assembling this nice engine. Well, nice is relative, but yeah, we are assembling it regardless. Why I'm saying nice or not nice, because there is a lot of work again involved in these engines, but you know, slowly we are going there, and I'm looking for my oil filters, and I will buy 5 of these because we need them very often. We should be good. Let's put alternator, I know I can, and what else is on the right side? Our pump, we have one. So you see, breeze, perfect. What do you reckon, guys, if we do flywheel here and other stuff, clutch plate? We have way too many. I just overbought it, but it's okay. So yeah, why I was talking about my history actually and what I know and don't know, because, you know, it's important for you to understand that I'm the guy who is actually quite, you know, in the waters of the gaming and everything else, you know, that I'm doing about cars. I actually worked in the shop. I've been there. I spent time. As I already said multiple times, I had the opportunity to drive really so many cars that I cannot even count the number. Different cars, of course. Some super expensive, some super cheap, some great, some less than great, some that I was shocked, you know, about actual quality of the car, which, you know, kind of I didn't expect, etc., etc. And you know, when you do that, when you try all of that, at some point in time, you just, you know, stop kind of have expectations, you know, and stop dreaming about this or that. You just accept things as they are, and you kind of understand what is best for you, and that's about that. So, you know, I long time ago, engine heads, I stopped dreaming about owning some super expensive car because it doesn't really make any sense for me. I don't need it. I tried them all, well, not all, I tried quite a few of them, I like them, but I don't care about them in a way that I would like to own them. It's not really something that you need, especially, you know, I was thinking, all these fast cars, okay, today, the normal, like, simple, it's not simple, but let's call it normal road car, sedan or something, a little bit maybe on more expensive side, something like BMW 3 Series, or let's call it 5 Series, and Merc E Series. These things are already more than fast enough, more than comfortable enough, more than good enough, and things like that. What else would you need? And I'm talking about expensive cars, okay? These are the most expensive. But if you go a little bit down and you look, for example, what I love, and I love Japanese cars, especially Suzuki, and especially Subaru. These are the two brands that, from my point of view, are actually the two, I don't know, the two best brands for me, okay? That's, again, just my opinion about things that I like, and I really love them, and I actually, when I would, if I would buy a new car, it would be probably one of these. But you never know, where life will take you. At the moment, I do not have a car. I don't need it because I live, as I said, in China, and I really don't need car because here I have, they have the system like the Uber. It's a company called Didi, and I know that company is not only in China. It's huge company that is in different countries in the world. And it works in the same principle, and you can just call it through the app and go there, and that's about it. It's simple, easy, very cheap, convenient. You have different kind of classes. You can choose to go with the cheapest one or some executive cars, big cars, etc. And that's it. Also, actually, we are using a lot of underground because the underground here is wow. I don't know what to say. Everything is perfect, new, superb. Trains are. I have never seen that, and I've been. I traveled the world. I've been. I think in more than 50 countries at the moment. It's the number. More than 50 countries, and I've seen it really a lot. Was it one car or two cars? I'm not sure. Let's buy both, and we will use two cars. Perfect. And I've seen really a lot, but the underground like this one, no way. What I can say, the Moscow underground is, oh my goodness, the most beautiful one in a way. It's simply astonishing how beautiful it is. And if you have opportunity and go to Moscow, don't be, a stranger. What people would say, just go and take a ride in Moscow underground. You are going to really enjoy the beauty of these stations and things like that. It's simply astonishing. Intake. Do we need, what do we need now? Let me see. We need exhaust manifold, I'm sure. Let's see. That was OHV. Yeah, I was talking and I know, but I had to interrupt myself just because I completely forgot what I had to put in. Yes, but as I said, I don't need a car. I have all the means of transportation and also, buses. Buses, everything is like, I am not used to that. Everything is new, everything is perfect condition, everything is clean, everything is like, wow. I was completely blown away with that, and I'm actually really happy because I can get anywhere by using taxi or Didi or metro, underground or buses. But yes, if I would need car, I would probably go for Subaru or Suzuki. That's just me, and something like middle class. I really don't need anything special. As I said, I tried it all, I know it, and I'm kind of not really in need for anything more complicated. So engine is done, but let's first do our interior, if you don't mind. Let's do it. And as always, if you want to see how that actually works, everything is explained in my previous videos, a lot of them, and you can go there and check it. Welder will take care about bodywork. Look at this, 1,000 units, and that's about that. I think we shouldn't, we shouldn't be bothered with anything because we can fix everything, and I just removed this one. Okay, now let's put the engine back in. Engine is in, and I will remove this crate. 53 minutes, we have almost full car ready. What I'm doing now, as you know, I'm now starting our journey. And the journey is like this. Suspension, and let's go. If we don't have some parts, we are buying them, in multiple examples, let's call it, or pieces. And I'm trying to have all the time more than enough new 100% parts. So we can actually be very efficient about our assembly. And as you can see, we are, and I will need to buy calipers. What I will do immediately, switch here, go to the brakes, buy 5 more calipers, and I think cylinders I will buy 7 or 8. 8 is a good number. And then let's see, do we have cross member? We do have a steering rack, we fixed it, although we don't have probably front sway bar B. So this is the suspension, front sway bar, we are looking where the front sway bar B is, 2 pieces, and that's it. And this is how I like to roll. This is fast, efficient, you don't think about anything, you just go bam, 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 buy parts, and then when you need these parts, they're here, and you see they're always here. Although bushings, you always need to buy them, I think almost, not almost, always, at least for 2 cars you need double set of 20 bushings, 20 times 2. So we'll see with this one. Okay, this is it. Bushings again. As I said, 4 of them here, 4, I think here, that's already 6. Then on this side also, that's 10, etc., etc. So there is quite a lot of them, and you use them very fast. Good. So yeah, feel free to ask questions, in the comments below. Whatever interests you, if you want to know, about China and living here, let me know. I can maybe, give you some idea about that. I can give you an idea about the cars in China, because I spoke about that and I will keep talking about that. I was completely shocked with first the number of cars, okay, and and I do live in the capital, in Beijing, so that's a big, very rich city and things like that. But you find yourself shocked with number of cars, not really number of cars, number of new cars. Actually, it's I'm used in Europe, you have so many these crappy cars going around and, old cars and stuff. Here, it's not like that. It's very different. It's almost like everyone drives a new car. I know it's not the case, of course, but it's very, very, very different, and I was very surprised. We shouldn't forget that Chinese have dozens of manufacturers, car manufacturers. Some of them you never heard about, and they're huge multi-billion-dollar companies. And I'm always explaining to people when they ask me how that is all possible. Oh my goodness, what? Well, if you have a market that that has 1.4 billion people, of course that you are having actually the biggest market in the world, and you can produce cars or whatever you want because you have a market that can take it. And that's the most important thing, when we talk about the production of electric vehicles. For example, everyone knows about Tesla, and they speak about that, and Tesla is great and everything. I have no issues with that. And Tesla started first, so we have, to give credit where the credit is due, and there is no doubt about that. But the fact is that in China there are numerous producers of electric cars, and they are doing what Tesla is doing, concentrating only on electric cars, and they're getting better and better. And I have seen their cars, electric cars, and I can promise you, honestly, if you look at Tesla and if you look at some of Chinese cars, and there is at least 4 or 5 even factories that are as good, or I don't know, maybe even better. I'm not sure because I cannot test it. I didn't drive them, so I don't know. But they do look as good as Teslas, and even better. I think I never liked how Tesla looked like. I still don't like the design. I really don't like it at all. But they look better, and they probably drive the same. I've seen also some documentaries which you cannot watch, of course. Probably mostly never in Europe or wherever else, about the manufacturers, about the technologies, and yeah, they are almost there. From the words of one of CEOs of a huge electric car company, they're maybe 2 to 5 years behind Tesla in some things. In some things they're there, and in some things, they're maybe just a year behind and stuff, but they're catching really, really fast, from what I understand. And I presume when you have so much money and when you actually have such a market, I would say that's the best point, because I try to explain to people and they don't kind of, where is the rear muffler? D. And they don't really understand the China is 1.4 billion, let's say, and from that number, I believe they have around 500 million, 400 or 500 million middle class. And middle class is the driving force, and that is less and less in the Western countries, which call themselves, advanced and democracy or whatever. Unfortunately, that middle class is less and less, and there is more rich and less, more rich and more poor. Actually, that would be a very good explanation. And China has, as I said, simply so many, let's take a battery, so many people in the middle class, like 500. Actually, middle class in China is bigger than the population of America and I think Western Europe together, or something like that, just a middle class. And then you think about market that is here. And things I've seen, what you can buy and stuff, man, I have never seen that anywhere. So yeah, it's quite impressive, I quite like it, and it's very interesting. Let's push car up. What we need to do, we need to put wheels on. And I know that there are Typhoons, which 225s are in the front, and 255s should be on the back. Let me just check. These are for the second car, 225, yeah, this is the one. I prepared, wheels. I was doing some testing and stuff because I was thinking again, it's better to have them ready and prepared, because it takes time to do that, and this way we are saving time and speeding up the process and making it more enjoyable for the viewer, and you're the viewer, so I'm making it more enjoyable for you, I would hope. So, okay, so that's done. Let's see what we are missing else. From my point of view, that is it, my dear friends. Let's move the car here. Why? Because it's easier for me to work like this. Did we manage to repair any body part? We did actually repair 3 of these: bumper, trunk, and a right side mirror. Let's go and buy everything else. And this is Typhoon, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So bumper, I know that we don't have door, and I think we don't have, do we have windows? I will buy front window regardless, I just want to check, just give me a moment. No, I wanted to check my inventory and body parts. Right side mirror and a rear bumper and trunk. Okay, right side mirror, rear bumper and trunk. Right side mirror, rear bumper and trunk. I think we have it all. Let's just check it, go to assemble mode and see. We didn't buy front bumper. How that is even possible? Because we have rear bumper. Okay. Understand now. It's my actually bad, but it's perfectly fine. So what we are doing, we are just pushing parts on our car. Let's do it, and it's very well engineered in a gaming way, let's say, for the gameplay and stuff. This is done by developers, and yeah, they did a very good job on this one. Actually, very nice. Let me see, trunk was original from what I remember, and we have these 2 lights and this one, and I think more or less we should be there. What is our interior? What we are missing? Let me see. Front left seat, and steering wheel. Okay, we will just check here. Okay, license plate. Typhoon. So basically we have 3 Typhoon things. So we are going to our shop, and we will buy 2 seats and 1 steering wheel, which we are going to install to our car. Let's do it. When we do that, we are going to be left with, you remember what? I hope you do, and this is it. Let's see, we have Czechia. Okay, why not? It's as good as any other. That's about it. If you want actually your name, your states, your country, something on the plates, let me know and I will do it for you. Although I'm selling the cars, so you have to be really fast if you want to have it like so I can showcase it. That's the point. If I put it on the plates, I will showcase it in the next episode, but you have to be fast, you know, it has to be done really fast. Now, let me see. You know what? I'm thinking about the color, and this color is actually beautiful. Do they have liveries? We should maybe put a livery on it, but the most simple one, something like this. Yep, doesn't really matter, doesn't hurt. Why not? Let's paint the car and do it. What we didn't do, did we put oil in the engine or not? That's something I cannot remember actually, and I will just to be sure put it in. I could try to start the engine, but I think this is kind of a little bit faster, or it's almost the same, so it doesn't really matter. 1 hour, we have 1 job done and 1 car restored. Let's move this beautiful machine there, and our job on the Cobra, AC Cobra, is done. And this car is now worth 120,000. I hope you're happy with our restoration. Look, this is a beautiful machine. And this is it. Now, the next one. First, we are going to sell everything that we actually don't want. So all these groups I explained have to be sold separately, and then I will sell everything that is like 90% or so. This is a Sakura. What we are doing immediately, this is not Sakura, that's actually Toyota 2000. Exhaust I cannot take, I think the GT 2000 or something like that. I have a list of all these cars, and you have it. You just type it in your search engine, and you will find it easily. You know, there is quite a few lists that some very nice people did before, so there is no need to invent anything. Okay, perfect. That's done. What's our job now? You remember, I think the starter, if it is here, should be removed first, but starter is never here. You see that kind of pattern that is repeating itself. Starter should be here. There is never starter on these cars. It's almost like, you know, I don't know, I can call it bug or issue or oversight or whatever. I can call it in many different ways, but it's never there. And I think I can even take out the engine now, and I will gladly do that now. Gearbox is there. Yeah, I just completely forgot that I didn't remove the gearbox. I was talking about starter, and you know, I was convinced, okay, starter is not in, so we are good. No, we are not. Actually, we have to remove drive shaft and gearbox. But worries, no worries. That is okay, and we are doing that. In the meantime, I'm using the opportunity to remove whatever is here in gearbox. And I'm thinking, should I remove engine first? No. What we are going to do, we are not going to remove engine now. I'm going to remove everything else and let engine last, okay? I think that's fair enough. Okay, so that's it. Let's start like we usually start from here. And what we are doing, we are removing everything, then we are repairing everything, and the only thing I'm not doing, I'm just ignoring wheels. They take a little bit more time than I would love to, so I have prepared them in advance, and I'm not repairing the rims. I cannot be bothered with that. We have 1.1 million at the moment, and we will slowly build our money, so I'm not really worried about that. We are not in a rush. Actually, I plan to do this series as long as I can. As I explained, 1,000 cars. We are on 10 at the moment. We sold 10. So we need to sell only 990 more. And I hope that's kind of good. Perfect, that's done. Now let's move to this one and let's see what we can do. So what I'm thinking also, I'm looking at these cars, and there's quite a lot of cars, of course, in the game. And I will slowly restore. I'm restoring 2 of these now because I wanted to kind of move from mod cars and DLC cars. I'm just putting vanilla cars, let's call them like that, and 2 of these to restore. And we will see what is next, because there is quite a few cars that we have in garage, and I don't really want to keep so many cars in garage. I just want to sell them and get rid of them. We don't actually really need all of them. I would like to keep some, like, you know, Alpine, Le Mans, and Audi Quattro, but the rally version, I would like to keep that. Lancia or Lance. You see, the problem is I have no idea how the pronunciation for Lancia or Lancia, or I don't know, but you know what car I'm talking about. I think it's Lancia. The British say something like that, from what I can remember. Their Stratos is beautiful cars, again, completely undrivable, but beautiful. Actually, I'm talking about real Lancia Stratos. It was a very much undrivable car, and it was extremely hard to drive and whatever, but it did win rallies and things, and it is so beautiful that I can really just ignore the drivability and just, you know, look at it. What else do we have? Oh, we have in garage also that we have to restore a little Fiat 1/9, a beautiful little thing that was completely kinda, you know, you don't even probably know for it, but it kinda defined, you know, that section of these small sports cars and stuff like that. And it's actually a very nice little car, and it was very, very good at the time when they released it. So yeah, we will also restore that. These are mod cars that we still have in our garage, so that is all waiting for us. But for today, you know, I decided to do one of storyline jobs, which I kinda effed up a little bit. If you watched, you know. If you didn't, I simply kinda dozed out. I'm tired, really. I had a tough day. So I shouldn't probably record videos, but then I would never record video because almost every day I'm tired. You know, so that's kinda, yeah. Egg and chicken, like, what do you do? What is first, stuff like that. But yeah, I kind of forgot one piston and I didn't change it, so I had to take engine out again and, you know, do stuff on engine. I didn't like it, I really hated it, but yeah, what can you do? Why? Okay, now it didn't accept. Good. The last step always is to put engine here on the engine stand. This engine doesn't exist actually, if you look at it. This is just crankshaft and a block. Goodbye. That's about it. This is when you're buying junkyard cars. This is usually what will wait for you. Now I'm pressing my enter button just to repair whatever we can. And we will repair what we can because we want to have as much parts as possible. We don't want to spend time if we don't have to. So we repaired quite a few. I'm quite happy. But engine, I promise you, the engine block is not repaired, so we need i6 one. And let's do something immediately. Go to parts. Let's call inline 6. Now, I'm not sure actually. This is the one. And I will buy immediately this. And where is the engine cover? i6. It is this one. And for other stuff, we have to wait a little bit because I'm not sure what stuff is actually going here. Pump i6. Now, we didn't do i6s. We are going to buy 3 pumps. I honestly don't care, don't mind. We have a nice stock, more and more on the stock. I'm more happy. Crankshaft is here. Alternator, we should have one. Okay, this is also, you see, we spent all of them. What I want to do now, I want simply to do pistons. And let's do pistons. That is the first order of the business. They are anyway always new, so there is no worry about them, and I think we have enough at the moment. Again, long press, enter, just confirmation, and we are putting them in, and later we will finish our caps and stuff. Can I, or can I not? I need to refocus a little bit. This is inline 6. These, you know, mostly in American cars, you will find these V8 engines. The I don't know, push rods and stuff like that. And on European cars, often you will find smaller engines. That was always like that, you know, and it's normal thing. Crankshaft bearing cap. Again, I cannot believe that we do not have these. And I know I bought quite a few of them, but we obviously spent them. Perfect. Crankshaft bearing cap. And what I'm doing now, I'm basically fixing this car because we are going to do it. That's it. It's amazing. So we are actually very much capable of doing even 3 restorations per episode, but also doing like 2 restorations and 1 storyline job and things like that. And this is what we are going to focus on. I'm planning also to do the orders, because I want to keep orders coming slowly, because I actually want to get these barn maps and cases and stuff like that, and you can do that easily through orders. It's just you know, short orders, done, and that's it. We are going to do, as always, you know, we don't have anything for i6s. We are going to do gearboxes and actually only gearboxes and exhausts, nothing else, because that will be the easiest and fastest for us. Nice. So that was that. Let's see. Let's move fast with this. Yeah, I forgot this one has like 1 million screws. Let's put them in. Nice. And now we need 2 camshafts, which we don't have, and camshafts, i6 normal ones. I will buy 4 of these. Actually, as you can see, we don't have stuff for i6 inline 6 engine. So yeah. Cap i6, again, we do not have it, so let's buy 20 of these. And let's start. We don't have a single carburetor, so we're going to have to buy them, and it is a pretty much engine that didn't exist. Actually, it was just a block which we didn't manage to repair, and a camshaft crankshaft, which we did repair, and also that is another bug in the game or issue or whatever. I think crankshaft, you will always repair it whenever, you will always repair it, it will always be repaired and stuff like that. So yeah, I cannot remember when I tried to repair crankshaft and that it didn't actually repair. That's kind of, you know, a little bit, I don't know, unrealistic, but okay. And also, yeah, you can work on crankshaft, but you would always like to get a new one, not really repair it and, you know, hack it. We don't have enough spark plugs, and I really hate it, but I think I'm correct. Yeah, I am, unfortunately. Let's buy them again, 20 of these. And we will go back to i6 because we need these parts probably in the future. I honestly believe so. Okay, cam gear i6, probably don't have it. Of course, why we would have that? Cam gear i6, we are going to buy 4, and let's put them in. Now we will have to buy all these parts, like timing chain i6. Where it is, I will buy 3 of these belts. I will buy belts immediately, just not this one. I will buy these simple normal belts. They're used very often, so we might be good with that. We will see. Water pump pulley, we do have that, that's important. Timing chain sprocket, again, this is a small thing here. 4. I have no issue with that. Good, perfect. And now let's see. Timing cover, did we have one? No, we didn't. I will not buy more than one for now. And the simple explanation is timing covers are very often on the engine, and very often, more often than not, much more, you will be able to repair them. So, you know, like, oh, we don't have ignition distributors. So buying them in big numbers doesn't really make much sense from my point of view. Again, maybe you have a different opinion. If you do, please let me and others know in the comments below. I will be really glad to know that I'm wrong and it can be done differently or better, etc, etc. So let's finish this. We need these carburetors, we know that. Why I'm not buying so many of these carburetors is simple, because I will buy 5, we need 3, I will buy 5, because often we will get them. You will have few of these, you can repair them and stuff like that, so just simply I don't find need to have huge numbers of them. But we will see, we will repair more European cars with inline engines and stuff like that, and even some from Australia, America, etc, etc. Okay, I want to see, do we have i6? We don't. Yet again, we don't. But again, I'm saying, we are slowly building the portfolio of parts, I would say, which we have in our inventory, and that slowly is coming on, and that's it. You see, I bought these belts, you remember, I said to myself, let's buy it now and have them in stock. Okay, that's perfect. Now we will buy this. What I want here, I want to close engine head cover. You probably remember I got it. Oh, so many screws. Perfect. Do we have wires? I'm absolutely sure we don't. I'm not even going to bother. Let's just see. i6. 3. And that's that. Perfect. Now, what else do we have here? I'm just looking. Round air filter. Well, we need them. Air filter, round. Okay, let's do it like this. I had 5 carbs, I will buy 5 filters, okay? 2 in stock and 3 for this beautiful engine. And I want to see, is there anything else except my gearbox parts? I will immediately put gearbox parts in. This is something that needs to go in, and then we can, I think, remove engine, because this engine has a little bit different system, and we will need to put it in to be able to put manifold, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm absolutely sure 90% that I'm not. We are taking engine, and we are coming here. I'm not going to use engine yet. Let's take our interior detailing kit. As always, we are using it on the car. Done. You see, our interior is such a beautiful interior now. Where's our welder? We are moving welder again to the lifter 2. And as you know, welder is, from my point of view, the cutest thing. Bum and done. What amazing color. I would never paint car like that, but I think it looks good. You see, trunk. Now you can see, if you forgot to remove something, it will simply show as old part. Okay, now engine crane, let's put the engine in, and that's it, and let's move crane, we don't need it anymore. So that's perfect. Maybe, no, let's go here. Do we have our before? Yes, I want to put it in before I sell everything, and let's go and just double check, triple check. Did I? Yes, now I repaired everything what we have, and we should be able to move. What I want to see what we can put here from this side. Battery will put late after everything. That's about it for now. Okay, good. Car up. We are starting from the front suspension here. I really like the color. That is very strange, but I think it fits car very well. So what I want to know, please, let me know in the comments below, how do you like the color of that car, especially this Toyota 2000, I think the brown, which actually is never the best color. I think it looks amazing on this car, and it makes it pop, what people would say, I presume. We will need something. I just realized, the parts, always parts, way too many parts, but it's perfectly fine. Do we have our cross members? C? We do. See, very often we are going to repair them. We need bushings, I'm quite sure, and I will immediately switch to our suspension. Come here and say 20 bushings, because I do believe we need them. Upper suspension arms, we still have few of these. although we are getting shorter and shorter every time, because you know sometimes you repair like bottom suspension arm, we need to buy them. And yeah, immediately I'm going to bottom suspension arm and buying 3, and that's about that. I know that 1 I need here and 2 I will need there. Let's hope that we have shocks. Perfect, we do have, we will need to prepare more, but for now that's good. Front sway bar, I know I have 1. Steering rack we managed to repair. Also inner rods, outer rods we have stock, that's perfect. And let's see what's about end links. We need more end links, and that is going to be, I'm thinking, we need 1, 4, 7. So we'll have a little bit on the stock, perfect, that's that. Front exhaust section I6. Let me check front exhaust section I6, that is the normal one. Where is the normal? It's here. I'll take 3 of these, just to have them in stock. And then you see I will be able to put manifolds in, but they will be coming a little bit later. For the work, I want first to finish this down, you know, the suspension here. Okay, let me see, 1 hour 25 minutes, I'm actually amazed how good of a progress we are making. So I think we are in a very good position. Yes, I'm looking at numbers, we are in a very good position. Okay, so as you know, for today we did that storyline order, which I find always interesting and not really challenging so much, but it's interesting and a little bit engages you in finding, you know, issues and problems, and you spend some time by testing. So it's always interesting to do that. We need ventilated discs. Let's buy them. 9. This is what we have done at the beginning of the episode, and after that we did some nice restorations. We did AC Cobra, which is already done and sitting in our driveway or our garage or, you know, parking spot, whatever. And we are going to do some other very nice stuff later. But let's see, middle muffler, we don't have them in the stock, and that is very strange because I think I will do this. I'm used to have these, and I will take at least 5. And what else do we need? I didn't check. So middle muffler, do we have rear muffler V8 poetry? We don't. And now these rear mufflers, these are also used very often, so I will buy 5 of these. Why not? Now you remember, coil spring rear drive axle. This is the first one, actually, rear drive axle that we didn't manage to repair. I bought one, there's a reason for that, of course, as always, because I believe that they're so often repaired and okay, that it doesn't really make sense to have them in the stock much. It's easier to buy when you need them. And all other things, let's see, we are good with most of the things, and I know that I have these axles, perfect. So we are slowly coming to the end of the rebuilding of the car, and this Toyota is actually again one of the amazing looking cars, astonishing, you know, the beauty in itself. We need spring caps, and what I'm doing immediately, do you know? Look, where is SSS spring caps? I will take like 7 of these just to be on the safe side. Do we need springs? Not today, not now. I think we will need caps. No, perfect. Yeah, this is extremely beautiful car, and something that really kinda always nice to look at. And as I said, I love these old cars. I really don't like new cars. I don't find them exciting in any way or form. I think they're boring. All of them are the same, and you know, if you buy one, it's as good as another. The technology is now on such a level that really whatever you buy, you'll have actually a good car. And today the decisions are, I don't know based on what, the looks are not really something I would buy my decision. So I would say my decision would be on the kind of brands I respect for some reason, and as I said, I love Subaru, I love Suzuki, because I do believe these two brands are giving so much for the money, and their cars are really almost unbreakable. I think from the Japanese manufacturer, they're even better than Toyotas or so. So in that way, yeah, I like these cars, and that's that. But again, design, I would say probably Suzuki Swift was very, very nice before the last remake. I don't think I like the last version so much. Also, SX4 is again, it became one boring car that you cannot recognize, you have no idea what it is actually. Vitara maybe still keeps a little bit of touch, a little bit of interesting design and things like that, but everything else is like boring. I think that's that. Just give me a moment. What these tires are all the same, I think, and we will immediately put them wheels. Sorry, not tires actually. But yes, we do have tires here, so that's not the issue. I want to put all the wheels on. It's easier for me than to simply not think about that. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So as I said, Suzuki or Subaru at the moment. Maybe I am forgetting something, but these are the two brands I really like, and I would buy a car from them. That's me, of course. Let's see what we are missing, and we are missing battery, we know that, drive shaft, of course, exhaust manifold, i6, two of these, yep. Gearbox, rubber bushing is missing somewhere, and that's important thing to know, so let's check it. Where the heck we are missing a rubber bushing, guys? Is it here? No. Is it here? No. Is it here? Yes, it is. So we forgot that one, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Let's see, can we install the gearbox now? We do have gearbox, perfect. I want first to do that, and then we will return to our manifolds, which we cannot access from here. We have to go from the engine bay. And I think we are almost at the end of this beautiful, beautiful restoration. Amazing car. Let's go out. What I want to do, I want to take a battery. I think it's charged fully, so there is no issue about that. And this looks very, very nice. Okay, let's switch to mount mode. Did we? No, we didn't. And let's put battery in. 100. Do we have i6s? Perfect, we had two in stock, amazing. And you see, because of these screws, you first have to put a bottom part and then upper manifolds. It is like that design, so nothing we can do about that. Now, our goal is again to come here and to check. Starter is missing, okay, we know that. We will put the starter, I think nothing else. Let's see, I think we can put starter from here if I'm not mistaken, and that I left it for the end. True. And from my point of view, mechanically speaking, this car is perfectly sound and nice. So let's just sell, as you know, these groups you have to sell like this, or ungroup them and sell them in bulk. Body parts, what do we have? Did we try to repair body parts? We did actually, I think. Let's just drop here and be 100% sure. Yes, we did. No. First, let's sell what we don't need. So, body parts, we actually have to sell. Okay, this, and let's see. So, for Sakura, we need all of these other parts. Just Sakura GT20. Okay, let's go with GT20. I think this will give us just purely what we need. Okay, now I'm just switching and rechecking our inventory and body. So we have hood, front bumper and trunk. Okay, hood, front bumper and trunk. Good. Hood, front bumper and trunk. What I'm doing, of course, as you can see, I'm buying all the parts except hood, front bumper and trunk. That should be it, I am kind of sure almost. So let's just go and put parts in. Let's see, this is a front bumper which we had from the original car, well, from the original disassembly, let's call it like that. This is the car anyway, original. Our mirrors, one here and other one here. Did we put front window? Yes, we did. This window and this window. Now the trunk, you remember that we removed it after we fixed the car, like bodywork. We didn't remove it before that, we didn't simply see it. Kind of missed it. This is trunk window, this is left body window, and this is front left window. And let's put all of the things here. Let me see, I'm switching to assembly mode and I'm doing this. What I want to check is now this. Okay, so steering wheel 15 and seat 3 fabric 8. Okay, seat 3 fabric 8. Let me see, seat 3. And what was the steering wheel? No, fabric B. Fabric B and 15 steering wheel. Okay, fabric B and 16 and 15. Fabric B and 15 steering wheel 15. Okay, this is the one. So let's just do the interior. Can we do it from here? I think I can do it from here. I can actually do it. Let's put the seats in and let's put the wheel in. And then let's switch back. Let's switch to assemble mode. Let's use main. Very, very beautiful. Is there? I don't think there is front license plate. There is front license plate. Oh, fair enough. There is. Superb. Okie dokie. Now, the step of the steps, the last step, is to come here and let's go to our paint shop. So this is the original color and I will keep it. As I said, it's strange but amazingly fitting the car. And probably there is a reason why. But what I want to see, look at this. I think this is something that we should keep. No, not this, not this, with this color, not this, this. This is going to be our car. I think it is a super beautiful, very nice. What we didn't do, the last step always is to refill our car with oil. You don't have to do that, honestly, there is no reason to do it. I just like to be, always precise and neat and do things as they should be done. And it's a good exercise so you don't forget with your cars when you really want to drive them and stuff. So, my dear friends, this is amazing. We actually managed to restore two beautiful, beautiful cars. This is the AC Cobra, as you can see, fully restored, 100% all the way. The value is 120,000. This is the Sakura GT20 or Toyota GT2000, if I'm not mistaken. Again, fully restored, everything, and value is almost 100,000. I think only these two cars will bring us, 200 something thousand. We did storyline job, and we have still 20 minutes. I'm simply shocked. I have to be honest. So for 20 minutes, let's do some fun. Let's go to the junkyard and see what can we find there. Maybe we can find something interesting. Although, to be very honest, I think I got most of the cars from the mods, and I'm slowly starting. We'll slowly start to remove mods and to introduce new mods in. But I just wanted to come on the junkyard and let's check. Is there any car that we would like to restore? Actually, if there is any car, because as you can see, we don't have a single car anywhere. Not a single car. This is interesting, look at this. I'm not joking. We found one Sakura, we just restored it. So that's about it. Is that going to be one car? This is Bolt. I think we have that one. We will check it later. I have all the name for cars. I need just to remember what is what. RX-7, and that's about that. So yeah, nothing here. Nothing here to see. Well, okay. Instead of going to the junkyard, let's do something completely different. Instead of making maybe a separate episode, I don't know, maybe we should open the cases or just go to the parking and decide what is our next job. Or actually, let's see, we have a brake job, gearbox, and this one. As I said, we could do a few of these jobs, but I don't want to do double jobs, only single jobs. I don't care about double jobs. Let's see, what do we have? On our parking, we have now 3 cars. 3 cars. No, more than 3. I'm talking about mod cars. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my goodness, almost everything is mod cars. I'm looking, what will be our next job and our next restoration. Probably we will take a mod car or 2 and we will think about that. I'm thinking to take, let's bring it immediately here. It will not allow us, I know why. So let's move this beautiful car here and let's bring Jag. What I wanted to do actually, I will show you just in a moment. You remember that we restored that carbon version of Jag. And that's fine, but I really want to restore a version that is not carbon version, okay? And this one is not. This one is just a normal E-Type. And when we restore this one, I want just to sell it and to remove the mod. And that's that. So this is going to be our next actual restoration project. And I will start on it now. We have 20 more minutes. Why to waste our time? Just to check, what do we have? Do we have anything? No. Sell parts. Why to waste our time when we can actually do something useful? So let's start with this restoration. And as I said, my idea is also to restore the normal Jag, just like this one, and then to kind of remove mod and put some other mod in. And that's what we are trying to do, to just put mod, find the car, sell it, restore it, sell it, and then remove mod and move forward. And I'm keeping list in the document, Excel sheet. I think I will put it later up, or so you can check it and see what did we restore and what we didn't. Do we have gearbox? I kinda didn't pay attention. We have. Do we have starter? We don't. As I said, starter is never there, and you can see pattern now. And if you follow that, actually it's very interesting. Never starter is never here. In any case, I want to remove gearbox so we can take out the engine easily, and we will remove, of course, inner parts from the gearbox here, and that's perfectly fine. We are almost done with that. So, looking at the timings and everything, I'm very much impressed with what we have accomplished today, because doing actually 2 fully restored cars and 1 job, like a storyline job, is, we have to come here. See the bug? You listen. But when we move, sometimes bugs up and keeps making the screwdriver sounds, or the machine, the screwdriver machine. Okay. So we did very well today, and I'm quite happy about that. And this brings us to basically 3 cars, 2 restored and 1 we are working on. And as you know, we are doing batches of 5, and when we do 5, we just sell the 5 and move forward, with idea to do, if we can, practically every single mod in the game, and every single car in the game. Also, don't forget, some cars like this Jag have multiple versions, and I'm also thinking about that. I will probably do multiple versions, Audi, you've seen it, that Quattro, it has normal Audi Sport version, and then it has the rally version, with different bodywork and stuff like that. So I'm thinking why not, that is a different car in a way, so we might just do two different versions of the car, and that's about that. And yeah, we are not in a rush, so 1,000 cars is a goal that's not easily attainable, and it will take quite some time, and we will have, I hope, fun in the process. Well, yeah, we have still, like, I would say 15 minutes to kind of disassemble what we can, and then to prepare a car for next episode. And in next episode we are going to finish it as always. Oh, this is the suspension that I really am not a big fan of. It has a little bit too many parts, but nothing can be done about that. See, brakes are always straightforward. They're just the parts you have, and that's about it. You cannot do anything else with brakes, there is just finite number of parts and combination. But with suspension, well, also there's finite number with suspension, but you know what I mean. Like with brakes, you have these three parts on your wheels, and you remove them and change them. But with suspension, it can be made in different way and different setup and stuff like that. And you never know what it will be. So yeah, you see this one has so many parts that you'll get like dizzy by removing them. Okay, that's it. And another one is here. Oh my goodness. Can we remove this one? We should be able, or not. Why? Because this is bushing here. And then when you remove bushing, now you see, we have so many bushings. Here is 4, on the front is 4. Then we have at least 2, 4, 5 here on the back. It's amazing what number. And bushings are very important for the car, So, they keep you kind of steady and not bumping around and keeping parts from falling off and stuff like that. Imagine if you didn't have bushings to take the punishment, of all the road holes and stuff. I cannot even imagine how that would be. Well, I can, because these older cars, they didn't have really good amortization, so yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm quite intrigued to see, can we disassemble a whole car before we go? And I'm kind of inclined to believe we can. Let's see. This is the bushing I'm talking about. Now we can remove this. I think this we can remove, and cross member is gone. And what else? Nothing. Are you joking? Is that possible even? Well, my friends, however improbable or impossible it looks, we did manage to disassemble our car fully, and we are going to take engine out now, and then we are going to put engine on engine stand, and I think engine here is not even engine, it's just the block. Let's see. Oh, this one, let me see, this one might even have some pistons in, which is completely useless. I would love if there was nothing in, but seems there is. Yeah, you see, there's some pistons that we don't need, and we just have to remove them and sell them or whatever. Crankshaft and engine block. Done. Let's go and repair what we can. We still have ample time before the end of the episode. So as always, I'm pressing enter and going through the parts. You can see just to, as an info, repair chance and repair cost. First time repair chance goes up and repair cost goes up. If you have like 2 or 3 repairs, sometimes it will repair in 1 go, sometimes in 3 goes, whatever, and you will pay some money. Let's see. Gearbox 72, 73, 60, so 30. Yeah, so it's like 200 or a little bit more. Not a big deal, actually. Very nice. Camshaft, as I said, repaired. No bodywork worth mentioning almost at all was repaired. Let's see. As I said, no bodywork worth mentioning, so we have basically just rear bumper and left fender or exhaust system in this case. So what I want to do before anything else, while we don't have time for much, I want to do interior. As always, you know how we do that. We press this button and say yes, and now it's clean, clear and beautiful, and we will use our welder also. because welder is the most, I love welder. The change that you get when you use welder is always super nice. And look at this, and I am clicking, and now, only now I got ability to change it. Okay, you remember me saying nice green Jaguar, I want to restore one nice green Jaguar, and what we got? Nice green Jaguar. So there is no doubt in my mind, the game was listening and, you know, said, okay, you want green Jaguar, feel free, that's it. We didn't manage to restore, if I'm not mistaken, engine block. So yet again, when we come here and say i6, but we are slowly, you know, coming to the point when we have some more parts. These two I know we need, and this I know we need. We will need at least 2, but I will buy 4. We have front exhaust section, maybe, I don't know. Other things maybe we will need, maybe we will not. We still have 10 minutes, and I say, oh, let's go for it. Why not? We can and we should. Let's put at least our pistons if we have enough of them, and I would hope we do. So if you put enough, if you put pistons in, or this is something, just give me a moment to turn engine a little bit. At least part of the job done, and then next time it will be easier for us to finish this one. Let's do it. And it is me clicking on my keyboard. As always, I'm mentioning it is a mechanical keyboard. I love it. And if you can buy a mechanical keyboard for yourself, it's worth every single penny. I have a beautiful fully LED lit in multiple LED lights Chinese keyboard from Chinese manufacturer. It's very cheap and extremely good. So yeah, that's just, you know, the small info. I don't think you can even buy it outside, probably not on many places. But these things are like the fourth of the price of razors and all these, you know, super expensive things, and they do exactly the same job and sometimes even better. Although software is lacking because it's tweaked, you know, for Chinese public, and these are Chinese companies, we have to understand that. But, you know, if you are clever enough, you can figure out things and, you know, easily set it up, and it works amazingly well. I'm quite happy with that. We still have 10 minutes, and I say go for it. So let's put engine head, and let's see what can we do, because I still believe we can do thing or two on this engine. I know that we have camshafts, and I know that we are missing, unfortunately, camshaft caps. We will have to buy more, and these are somewhere here. And yet again, I will buy 20 because you see on this engine, I think it's a 14, if I'm not mistaken, 7 on each side, and that's about that. This is a little bit boring, always, as I say, these things that are kinda, I don't know, camshaft caps and stuff, rod caps, you have to put loads of them, but it cannot be avoided, so we have to do it, and that's it. Let's see, oh, we are really doing good with this, and I am quite surprised. I think also, I have to say, I am somehow, as me, getting more faster, basically. I have better control of things, and as you know, maybe before I started the series playthrough, I didn't play for 6 or 7 months at all, so I have to be honest, I forgot quite a few things. I didn't know how to do some things, I couldn't remember, I forgot even about my shortcuts until I didn't check that and stuff like that. So yeah, it's never so easy, you know, it looks easy but it's not. So you see carburetors, I got last time, if you watched like 20 minutes ago, it's not really last time, but yeah, I got side wrap. We need one more, and let's buy 4 of these, and round, I think round, and 4 of these, 5, 4, it doesn't really matter, whatever I got. Because last time I got 2 more, and actually you see we need 3 for this engine, and we immediately got another engine like this, so yeah, I should buy more in advance. Doesn't really matter. One hour 53 minutes. I will keep working on the engine, and just to mention once more, if you like what I'm doing here, what's going on the channel and how things are done, please be so nice and press that like button, click it, that's even a better word. Every like counts and I really appreciate it. Also, of course, if you do like what I'm doing, please subscribe. Subscription is important, not only for me as a creator, but also for you as someone who follows the channel. You can get notifications, see what's going on, and of course, through the subscription, you will show support to me, and I'm really thankful for that. Through the episodes, I'm always asking you, please comment and talk with me in the comments below. I will try to answer whatever I can. As I said, unfortunately, from here, it's a little bit tricky for me to stream. Streams are not stable enough, and I really don't want you to have streams that are breaking, and we have to start it a few times and stuff like that. So I decided to basically stream on my hard disk and put these episodes without any editing up on the basically YouTube, and it is what you get. Nothing is edited, nothing is changed, so you can see what's going on. Sometimes I will talk bollocks and make some mistakes, but that's life, and nothing special about that. So please, yes, let's communicate. Feel free to write, ask questions, and share your opinion, or maybe you have better techniques to do stuff, and you can share that with all of us, and we will all benefit from your knowledge. That's always good, and this is why these communities are there, to share and do things together. And I'm looking at the engine and I'm thinking, what have I forgot, and did I forget something? And I still cannot figure out. I know that we need fuel filter, that's okay. It seems that we managed to finish the engine, and that's kinda nice. That's really nice. And what we all also want to do, we have these gearbox things here, and we are going just to set them on and to fix them, and that's that. I think this engine is ready to go to our car, but I need to clutch release bearing. Okay, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's take it and let's bring it here and let's put it into the car. Okay, let's see. We can see here, you see 100% all the parts. If something is missing, it will tell us. Nothing is missing. Engine is in. I will remove this and take our battery, because I believe battery is charged, and I will put battery inside immediately, because these are the parts that usually I put after the engine, brake servo, maybe a radiator, which we don't have. The radiator, let's buy, and slowly bring the episode to the end. I buy 3 radiators, we always need them, and yeah. So as you can see, now we have our Jaguar E-Type in kinda semi-state of finished job. Engine is done, body and everything is fixed, so that's perfectly fine. What I will do in the meantime, when I'm not streaming, I will prepare wheels and stuff and decide what else are we going to do. In the meantime, this is the result of today's work. Just to repeat it, a beautiful AC Cobra. I think we did amazing job. Color is nice, everything is beautiful. And this is a Toyota GT 2000, if I'm not mistaken. I have to check in the list, but I think that is it. Again, in strange brown color, which you wouldn't choose for the car, but it works amazingly well with this one for some reason. And we are restoring the beautiful Jaguar again. And the first one was the carbon, black one and everything. This one is normal E-Type, which, if you remember, I mentioned we will restore a green Jag, and this is a green Jag. We were lucky to get a proper nice color, from the factory. So, let's check our parking. These are our cars. We have quite a few for restoration, quite a few more cars here, quite a few normal game cars here and here. So we are going to do all of these in time. And for the next episode, I'm planning to finish Jag and restore 2 more cars and sell all 5 of them to build our money as much as we can. And you know, you can earn money in different ways, but this is kind of the most normal way. And as I said, with some mod cars, you can earn money so easy that it's crazy. But I don't want to do that at the moment. We will do that at some point. Not that we want to do, but you know, we will just take that car and we will earn the money. As I said, Shelby Daytona is one of these cars, as much as I can remember, that brings a shitload. Oh wow, a load of money. Let's be polite and nice. So that's that. Beautiful cars, beautiful restorations. We did them in one storyline job, and you know, feel free to watch my previous episodes to see how we came to this point. We passed level 50, we are on level 51, so everything is unlocked. We are building our XP and level for no reason at all, but why not when we can. I'm looking for single jobs. They're not a single one, you know, like only one job that will include maybe gearbox or exhaust, but there is nothing at the moment, and this is our next storyline job, which we are going to do very soon. So it was a pleasure as always. I hope you enjoyed, you know, doing things with me and running around and, you know, changing parts, restoring cars. So, you know, have a great day, stay safe, take care about your family, do something you love, and the most important thing which I ever always basically say is enjoy life, please. That's the most important thing. And I will see you very soon in our next episode. We will restore more things. Until then, bye-bye.
Please subscribe to this channel, share and like this video. Thank you.